Let me show you how easy it is to make beautiful bows with the Easy Bow Maker. These bows can be used as Christmas tree topper bows, lamp posts, for mailboxes, handrails, staircases, lanterns. Your imagination can take you anywhere. Hey friends, it is Stephanie here. Tonight I am going to be making the ever popular terry bow, but I'm going to be doing it in all monochrome colors. Let's get started. So if you've never heard of the terry bow, it's actually originated from Terry Marshall, who is owner of Mill and Dill Designs. Terry is popular for this bow itself, and it requires 7 ribbons. Oops, I forgot my 7th ribbon. Let me go grab that. So you're going to need 3 2.5-inch ribbons and 4 1.5-inch ribbons. All right, so I have my 7 rolls of ribbon, and I have 2 pipe cleaners joined together. So it's going to be kind of a thick bow, and I wanted to do the overhead view because I want to go through very slowly for you, step by step. So I'm going to set those out of the way, and we're going to begin with this 2.5-inch ribbon. And the terry bow is actually going to have tails on it. So I'm going to add about a 15-inch strip of ribbon, and that's going to be my ribbon tail. If you've never used the Easy Bow Maker before, this will be a great tutorial for you. So we're going to begin by our 15-inch mark, and I'm just going to slide that in between the 2 little pegs right here. And I'm going to give it a twist so that the pretty side of the ribbon is facing up towards me. And now you'll see that over here we have the ugly side up. And we're going to bring this out to about the 7-inch mark. So I'm just going to kind of roll over here to the 7-inch mark. And then I'm going to bring this loop down here. And you'll notice that it naturally wants to curl, twist. We're going to twist it. So now we have a 7-inch loop over here. And again, over here, we're going to come out to the 7-inch mark. And the marks are right here on the bow maker. And we're going to give that a twist. So this is going to be a 2-1-2-1 recipe, meaning 2 loops on each side for the first ribbon. Then the next ribbon will have 1 loop on each side. Come out to the 7-inch mark, and 7 inches over here, give it a twist. So we've got 2 loops on each side, and it's going to be a big one. Yes, ma'am, it is. And look, that was the end of that roll. Yay. So I'm just going to leave that tail on there. I'm not going to cut it off right now. The next ribbon, we're only going to do 1 loop on each side. So we did 2, 2. And for this one, for the terry bow, let me measure out my tail. Give it just a little bit longer. I'm actually going to make this loop the same length as my first loop. So it's going to come out to about the 7-inch mark. Bring my tail down towards me, 7-inch mark. Cut that off. And let's zoom in just a little bit more here, because I really want you guys to get a really good close-up look. So 2 2.5-inch ribbons. This will be our 3rd one. So again, measuring out a tail. Coming in between the pegs, give it a little twist. We're going to do 2 loops. So we 2-1, 2-1, but we're going to come in just a little bit shorter than the loop before. So we're going to stagger this one. This one's going to get 2 on each side. There's 1. Let's do 1 more. just a little bit shorter than the one before, and our tail. It really is just a matter of, there is no right or wrong recipe, but it's just a matter of twisting it so that the pretty side of the ribbon is always facing up. All right, let's go to another color. And we're going to use this black and white plaid. Looks like a lot of black right now, but we've got white coming in. White is coming in. So this one is going to be one loop on each side. And again, I'm going to leave it at the same length as the layer before. So it's going to come all the way out to the edge of that black and white snowflake ribbon. And tail. I think one of the hardest things that I had to comprehend is that stacking two colors the same. This, guys, I'm going to have to pick out a different ribbon. That's all I have left on this spool, so we're going to come back to that. Since I'm not going to have enough of that ribbon, I will get a different ribbon in here. So we're going to, but stacking black on top of black, you'll notice that when you spread your loops out, that it really doesn't appear that they're on top of each other. And it makes a stunning, stunning bow. No, actually this one's going to, yes, this one's actually going to have 7 different ribbons in it. This one I'm going to come in just a little bit shorter. Two loops on this side. So remember, 2 loops on the first one, 1 loop on the second one, 2 loops, 1 loop, and now we're back to 2 loops. I might be able to, I doubt it. I was going to say I might be able to get 1 loop out of this. I'm going to leave this because I might be able to do this as the final one. We're going to work it in there. It's just too pretty not to have. 7 ribbons. Back to 1 loop again. Come in a little bit shorter. Cut off my tail. Now, this one is actually going to be, we're going to use the end of this one, and I'm going to just do a single loop in the center. So we're going to just do a single loop right there in the center. That works out really well. I know you guys can't see the end of the tails, but the tails fall very nicely in here. So I'm taking my 2 pipe cleaners that I've joined together, and I've got to maneuver this just a smidge so my hand will fit correctly. 7 different ribbons. And I'm just going to go right in between here as I'm lifting this off. Turn that over. And let me move my pipe cleaner just a little, adjust it just a little. There we go. And give that a twist. And of course, I always twist the bow, not. So, check this out. Let me get all of my tails cutting the same direction. And now I'm going to give it a little love and give it a fluff. It's time to fluff the bow. And the harlequin, the diamond shape, we want to see it through there. We want to be able to see each layer of ribbon that we put on. And now I'm going to take my ribbon tails and I'm just going to start giving them some body. So just running my fingers along the ribbon tails, kind of pulling it out away from the bow itself and giving it that natural curve. Let me zoom out just a little bit. And this makes a beautiful full bow, perfect for a tree topper bow. This is called a terry bow method. And if you're just joining, that comes from Terry Marshall, owner of Mill and Dill Designs. Terry is so hilarious too. She's an MC a lot for different events. If you know Terry, you know what I'm talking about. She is flippin' hilarious. She will make you wet your pants for sure. It just comes naturally to her. This is the one that was the end of the roll, so I didn't trim it yet. So that one's going to get trimmed. There we go. Let me trim this guy off. I don't need him quite that long. And look at how full that is. That will look awesome on the tree. This one's going to come down a little bit. So this finished bow is going to come out at about 14 inches in diameter. 7 different ribbons. But look at how full that is.